What's up, Buttercup? You guys having an amazingly golden day. My name is Elvis and you are watching The Golden Drive. So behind me is my 1972 Jaguar XJ6 that I'm currently LS swapping. And upon further inspection, I just realized that this intake is not going to fit. Let me show you. So this is where the top, minus this computer, which I'm gonna probably put on the interior. This is too high. Oh, son of a biscuit. I just cut myself. That hurts. Oh my goodness. Yep, there's blood, but it's fine. The point that I was making earlier is, if you look at the top of this intake, which is that guy there, it does not fit with this. Like, it is much taller than the hood, and I could have cut a hole in the hood, but I want to make it fit, everything fit. And this alternator is also too high. So what I'm gonna need to do is replace that with an LS intake, which the car intake pretty much. And I'm also gonna relocate this guy. Now, I could have bought a relocation kit, but I didn't want to spend the money because I'm cheap. So what I'm gonna end up doing is, when I take this off, I'm gonna end up chopping this because the car intake also hits the alternator bracket. So I'm gonna end up chopping the bottom off and then swinging the alternator to the side and then cutting this one off to like there, and then chopping up some of that as well and putting a bolt there and creating a bracket that would end up bolting up to the alternator on this side. So hopefully my stupid idea works. I don't know if it's going to, but oh, that is nasty. So far, I've encountered some challenges. One of them was the alternator. It used to sit around here. I've cut that down and also cut this so this bad boy can fit. But yeah, and then after I cut this down, I swung it. I also trimmed that guy down there. It was pretty much extended to the top. I cut it out and then swung the alternator down. So now you can see it's flat. And then next, I also made this bracket. It's pretty much just not angle iron, but it's literally just flat bar. And yeah, I drilled 2 holes, and I still need to get the correct bolts because this one is wrong. It's not tall enough, so I need to get a taller bolt, and we should be golden. And then after that, I need to change the water pump and the what's it called? The pulley. I forgot what this is called. The tensioner. So I'm gonna move the tensioner. I got a kit that moves the tensioner over here. I will take advantage of these 2 bolt holes, and I think it comes with 2 new bolts as well. So I'll use the tensioner, replace that, and then get the car intake, which is from an F-body Camaro. So I'm gonna replace the water pump and yeah, put it with the car. And then there's some water pump spacers because this truck intake sits back a little bit, so the spacer brings it out a little bit. And so I'm gonna use the spacers to bring it out a little bit, and yeah, that's pretty much most of it. I have gotten the car intake. It looks so much better now and so much cleaner, but I've gotten the car intake on it now. It's not completely bolted because it hits the water pump. This throttle assembly thingy hits the water pump, so that's why I need to change the water pump. So if I was, I'm more amazing with my cutting and welding skills. I could have just cut this out here, closed it up, and moved the water neck to like this angle, but I'm not that cool. And yeah, so I just got the part from Walmart. Yeah, so I just got the part online, and yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start the swap. Oh my gosh, this is the water pump in there. It came with the gaskets, I think. Yes. This is the new water pump. It came with gaskets and a thermostat, what's it called, O-ring. So I'm gonna put all that on and then put it on it, and yeah. These are the water pump spacers. So yeah, and in the future, if I want to relocate the steam port, it has a steam port hose thingy here that's blocked off. So that's good, I guess. So let's do this. Okay, so far this is an update. The previous example that I tried did not work, and so what I did was I actually just used, I took off the old part that I put, then I just used a freaking long bolt, and if you look from this side, you can see that there are spacers, or I just made a bunch of, put a bunch of spacers separating this from this, just so it doesn't touch the alternator bracket. And yeah, so that pretty much serves as my, I think, idler pulley, and this was pretty much how I ran the belt. And so yeah, I started up, it starts fine. And what they call this is actually from Home Depot, and it is pretty much air conditioning piping, I think. So but it worked perfectly. Because I needed, the problem with this setup is that there's almost no space. Like if you look down there, there's almost no space between, so I would either have to make like a welded piece of, welded piece of stuff so I can put the throttle body here and like engineer something to go up. But instead I was like, oh, maybe this will work. So it's exactly 4 inches and it kind of stretches so I can move it any way I want. So all these joints move. And yeah, it cleared it perfectly. You can see a little bit of space there, so it's not going to touch the air intake is not going to touch the belt, and I could put the center on. So later I'm going to engineer something, maybe some pipe to go down there, fabricate something to go, maybe this air intake here, or even I've thought of using one of the intakes, actually making a hole here, taking out this headlight and just making the air intake here. So just let me know what you think. Yeah, so I've set it up, everything looks good, and yeah. And also you would see I also have made the pipe through here. Boom, I cut this side and cut the other side as well. And you would also see I kind of like flipped, so these are actually the factory intake manifolds, and I flipped them upside down and then welded that EGR pipe shut, and then used some pipe and directed it, cut some hole in the side wall pretty much, and then boom, now there's the exhaust here. I don't know, I might build something like another exhaust at some point in the future, but for now that's fine. Yeah, so it comes out on this side and then this side, but it don't look very even, so I'm gonna have to probably like chop this off and do a better work at making this integrate into there, pretty much. But yeah, so I did the same this side, boom boom boom, directed it here. But again, the finished venue, I'm gonna either leave it like this or direct something to the back of the car. So just let me know what you think. Is that a stupid idea, or is that a golden idea? And I'm honestly going, probably, if I'm leaving it like this to go out the side, I'm probably going, I'm definitely going to make something so it looks nicer and prettier. I'm just gonna make some housing thing and blah blah blah. Again, just let me know what you guys think about that. That's pretty much it, guys. Again, I feel like I've talked too much, but hope you guys have excuse me, an amazing rest of the day. I will catch you guys on the next magnificently golden drive, and let me know if you like the video. Give it a thumbs up, please. And if you haven't followed this build on Instagram as well, follow my YouTube channel on Instagram, The Golden Drive. Please do that as well. Okay, I've talked too much. Bye.